A fateful September, the German invasion begins. On September 1st, 1939, the world watched in horror as German forces stormed across the Polish border. This act of unprovoked aggression marked the beginning of World War II, a conflict that would engulf the globe for the next 6 years. Adolf Hitler's Nazi regime had long harbored ambitions of eastward expansion, and Poland, caught between Germany and the Soviet Union, became the first victim of their brutal campaign. The invasion was swift and brutal, catching the Polish forces largely unprepared for the ferocity of the German assault. The German invasion had been planned meticulously for months. Codenamed Fall Weiss or Case White, the operation involved a coordinated attack using the full might of the German Wehrmacht, encompassing ground troops, armored divisions, and the Luftwaffe, Germany's air force. The attack began at dawn with a heavy bombardment of Polish airfields, military installations and cities, sowing chaos and destruction across the country. The Luftwaffe, enjoying air superiority, quickly gained control of the skies, relentlessly targeting Polish communication lines, troop concentrations and supply routes. On the ground, German panzer divisions, spearheaded by tanks and mobile infantry, sliced through Polish defenses, employing the innovative blitzkrieg tactics that would become synonymous with German military successes in the early years of the war. This lightning war aimed to overwhelm the enemy with speed and firepower, disrupting their ability to mount a cohesive defense. The Polish army, though valiant in its resistance, was ill-equipped to counter the German onslaught. The Polish government, taken aback by the speed and ferocity of the German attack, desperately appealed to its allies, Great Britain and France, for assistance. On September 3, 1939, both countries, honoring their treaty obligations to Poland, declared war on Germany. However, despite their declarations of war, neither Britain nor France was in a position to provide immediate military support to Poland, whose fate seemed increasingly precarious with each passing day. Blitzkrieg, Germany's lightning war. The German invasion of Poland showcased the devastating effectiveness of blitzkrieg warfare. This revolutionary military doctrine, characterized by its emphasis on speed, mobility, and concentrated firepower, took the Polish forces completely by surprise. At the heart of blitzkrieg lay the coordination of armored units, mechanized infantry, and close air support. Panzer divisions, spearheaded by the formidable Panzer III and Panzer IV tanks, punched through Polish lines, exploiting breakthroughs and encircling enemy positions. Following closely behind the tanks, motorized infantry units moved swiftly to consolidate gains and eliminate pockets of resistance. Overhead, the Luftwaffe reigned supreme, providing crucial air cover, disrupting enemy communications and subjecting Polish troops and supply columns to relentless bombing and strafing runs. The Luftwaffe's Stuka dive bombers in particular became a symbol of German air power, their terrifying sirens striking fear into the hearts of those below. The Polish army, equipped with outdated weapons and relying heavily on cavalry, fought bravely but was simply no match for the speed and firepower of the German blitzkrieg. The Polish High Command, clinging to outdated military doctrines, had failed to anticipate the devastating impact of armored warfare and the importance of air power. Moreover, the Polish forces, geographically stretched thin across a wide front, struggled to respond effectively to the rapid German advances. The swiftness of the German advance created widespread panic and confusion among the Polish population. Refugees clogged the roads, fleeing eastward to escape the advancing German troops and the terrifying aerial bombardments. Cities and towns across Poland lay in ruins, testament to the destructive power of modern warfare. Despite facing overwhelming odds, Polish soldiers and civilians alike displayed remarkable courage and resilience in the face of the German onslaught. The Soviet Union's betrayal and the partition of Poland. On September 17, 1939, as the Polish army was reeling under the relentless German assault, a second invasion force struck from the east. The Soviet Union, in a move that shocked the world, invaded Poland, violating the country's non-aggression pact and sealing the fate of the beleaguered nation. The Soviet invasion, coordinated with the German advance, caught the Polish government and military completely off guard. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, signed secretly between Germany and the Soviet Union just weeks before the war, had divided Eastern Europe into spheres of influence, with Poland as one of the unfortunate victims. This cynical agreement, a testament to the ruthless pragmatism of both dictators, extinguished any hope of Polish resistance. The Red Army, facing little resistance, quickly overran eastern Poland, occupying vast territories inhabited by Ukrainians and Belarusians. The Polish government, realizing the futility of further resistance, fled into exile in Romania. The last remnants of the Polish army surrendered on October 6, 1939, marking the end of the September campaign and the beginning of a long and brutal occupation for the Polish people. In the aftermath of the invasion, Germany and the Soviet Union formally divided Poland between them, redrawing the map of Eastern Europe according to their own sinister designs. The partition of Poland had profound consequences for the Polish people. Millions of Poles found themselves under the brutal occupation of two totalitarian regimes subjected to terror, oppression, and economic exploitation. The Soviet Union in particular deported hundreds of thousands of Poles to Siberia and other remote regions of the Soviet Union, while thousands more were executed or perished in Soviet labor camps. The aftermath, resistance, and legacy. Despite the crushing defeat and the brutal occupation, the Polish spirit remained unbroken. From the ashes of the September campaign arose a determined resistance movement dedicated to fighting for Polish liberation. Operating under extremely dangerous conditions, Polish resistance fighters engaged in sabotage, intelligence gathering, and underground publishing, keeping the flame of resistance alive. The Polish Home Army, or Armia Krajowa, loyal to the Polish government in exile, became one of the largest and most effective resistance movements in occupied Europe. The German invasion of Poland had far-reaching consequences, marking the beginning of World War II and ushering in an era of unprecedented violence and destruction. The conflict, sparked by Hitler's aggression and fueled by the ideologies of fascism and totalitarianism, would claim the lives of tens of millions of people and reshape the political landscape of the world. The invasion of Poland also highlighted the dangers of appeasement and the failure of collective security in the face of determined aggression. The legacy of the invasion and the subsequent occupation cast a long shadow over Poland's post-war history. The country, devastated by war and occupation, found itself firmly within the Soviet sphere of influence, its independence and sovereignty compromised. Despite the hardships they endured, the Polish people never relinquished their dreams of freedom and self-determination. Their resilience and resistance during the war, as well as their unwavering pursuit of democracy in the face of communist oppression, serve as a testament to the enduring strength of the human spirit.